Hello, welcome back to Bottom of the Bounce. I know I haven't done anything in a long time. I am sorry about that. I was lucky enough to catch the flu, or I assume it's a flu. It's not an official diagnosis, but something ain't right. Yeah, so I'm on the tail end of it. I feel better now. Had a rough few days, and now I'm coughing and a little stuffy, but I'm fine. So that's been kind of the past week. And I know I haven't posted anything, I think, in a couple of weeks. And here's why. Because when you're trying to pivot things, they don't pivot as quickly as you want them to pivot. So as we all know, we went through all of the shit. All of the shit happened. And I got a second job like everybody said I should. I filed for bankruptcy like we thought we should. We've done all the like we should things, right? Which not that any of them, except for the job one, I actually really, it irked me that I was having to get a job because I really thought it was going to kill everything about me. But everything else, you're doing what you think you should, there's not a roadmap. It's a choose your own adventure and you don't get to go back through it. Right. So we filed for bankruptcy. Well, that didn't work out for us. It got dismissed. So we're back to square one on that. I did get that whole second job thing. And now I'm gone from the house 11 to 12 hours a day and not making what I did in photography. And now I don't have enough time to rebuild the photography that this was supposed to help. So there's a lot of puzzle pieces that I can't really get rid of a whole piece, but that it isn't fitting with the puzzle that is my life, right? That I'm trying to put back together. It's like I have pieces from a bunch of different puzzles. It's like other people's lives or something, right? Where, hey, that second job makes sense for a lot of people, or that one full-time job makes sense for a lot of people, or whatever. And now I'm in a position where I just took that puzzle piece from somebody else and it doesn't fit with everything I worked on, but now I can't get rid of it. I can't get rid of it until I find the actual piece that replaces it, right? You can't just throw a piece away because then you're missing being able to pay any of your bills. So that's been kind of a weird thing to try to figure out how to handle, right? And emotionally, it's very, very weird because I'm nobody at work. I guess in the scheme of things, nobody anyways. But we're all somebody to somebody. But at work, literally I'm in a meeting with my manager while he's explaining to me that I have to do better. And I look over and I recognize somebody in the store. And I'm like, I know them. And so I walk up and I say hi. And this person immediately launches into, she's working with somebody else in the store at this point, and she loudly launches into, oh my God, do you guys know who you have working? Like, why are you here in the first place? And I explain I got a second job because she only knows me as a photographer. And she loudly starts like, do you guys know who you have working here? Do you know who this is? Like, she's won awards. She's a thing. She's done things. And she's being so incredibly over the top complimentary, which is just like a hug to my whole soul, right? Because I don't hear that anymore. And she's like saying all this stuff and I'm looking, and it's funny because the people at work are like, is she? Okay, she talks about photography all the time, but it's not their world. They don't care. Not in a bad way, just in a doesn't affect them kind of way. So it was kind of funny because I came home and, she's like, dude, let me tell you who she photographs. Let me tell you what, she's so kind and complimentary and just genuinely, I could have hugged her so hard then. But then I came home and I'm telling my husband and I'm like, it's so funny. It's like she's describing somebody else. And then as I'm saying that, And I'm also thinking about it. Like, I drove all the way home just like, that hit really weird, where it hit and it was kind and it was so complimentary. And obviously it feels good when somebody compliments us, especially on something that means a lot to us. When you realize you've almost given up on that dream as a dream, which this person's saying, no, this is what they're good at. And you're like, wow, that got so chased away that I almost feel like it wasn't what I was good at, it was what I wanted to be good at. And it's interesting because looking back, it's like, oh my God, no, that's actually, like, that's what I love. That's what I miss. That's what I wanted to do. I got a whole freaking second job to make the first one do better, to give me some time with the first one. And now I'm realizing I just cannibalized myself. So while I'm digesting that, let me tell you something. We're about to jump back into that photography game, and we're about to jump hard, where I keep laughing that I don't have time to book anything. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time. I'm not playing that anymore. I am not playing that anymore. I am creating the time that I need to do what I love. Because it also occurred to me how much money I bring home when I take my paycheck and I divide it into half. Like every 2 weeks I get a paycheck. When I divide it into half, and that's what I bring home for that week. But then I take out the gas, driving an hour back and forth that is taking us, which is over $80 a week. What I make is less than 2 headshots a week. Less. If I did not have the full-time job at all, and I booked 2 headshots a week, 2, not even full portrait sessions, not even wall art, 2 headshots, I would make more money. So if I booked 1 photo session, full portrait session with wall art, I'm way more in the green. And if I add art to that, and I add custom oil painting on top of it, or I add fine art portraiture and sell my art on top of that, I'm hugely in the green. Like, feel that. I'm working far away all these hours for another company to make less than I would make doing 1 session a week, 1 a week, and then I wouldn't feel so behind. Right now, I am also editing a wedding that I did that I am trying to squeeze all these edits into the cracks because I'm gone 11 to 12 hours a day. If I wasn't doing that, I could focus on what actually makes the money. And I'm realizing that. And I am not opposed to working. I have learned I'm an incredibly hard worker. I'm a really hard worker. I do like to see a benefit for my hard work. Who doesn't, right? So I'm kind of in a space right now where I'm not saying a lot because I'm also just trying to figure out what I'm doing. What am I doing? I have my photography school on school with a K, and I love that. I'll be recording for them right after this. I love teaching photography. I love inspiring with photography. I just joined a self-portrait group with one of my tippity top favorite friends, and I'm already a month behind because I work all the freaking time. And let it be known, that's about to change. I am about to do my self-portrait, and you're gonna love it. And even if you don't, I don't care because I'm doing it for me. I am about to do a whole day of portraits coming up where you're getting an hour, and we are going to create some art about you. We are going to celebrate you. We're going to create art. If you just need a headshot, rock on. If you want wall art, rock on. We are going to have a day of creating. And then after that, we're going to have another day of creating. And after that, we're going to have another day of creating until there is so much creating that I don't have time to go to work. Right? Because it's not going to take that much creating. It's not going to take that much creating. It's not going to take that much to be living an incredible, artful life, which is my puzzle that I'm trying to put back together. Now, having said that, I'm not opposed to having a second job. I'm not. I am not opposed to working for somebody else. I am not opposed to working 24/7. I'm actually that girl, and I like doing all the things. What I am opposed to is it cannibalizing the life that I'm trying to build, right? And I did that to myself, and I realized that, and I'm realizing a lot of things, right? And I think that's kind of part of the growth. It's part of the growing. I just need to figure out, you know what? Hey, is this puzzle piece something that's worth keeping in there for a little bit? Is this puzzle piece something I've got to find that other piece? We got to trade them out, because I don't have the gift to just have that hole left open. I still have bills. I'm still a caregiver in my off time now. I'm still doing what I need to do, but I am also more stressed out than I need to be, which is why I think I'm getting so sick. And I know myself, and I am way more stressed out than I need to be right now. And I've got to fix that, because nobody else can fix it. So it's kind of just a little visit of a podcast to be like, it's not that nothing's happening, and it's not that something huge is happening. Nothing huge is happening yet. I don't know. I think I just needed that one person to come into the store and be like, this makes no sense. This is who she is. Because I don't think I needed the compliment. I think I needed the reminder of who I was, or who I am. I just needed the reminder. I kind of just turned into that busy girl who's treading water and doing anything she can to survive all of these things that happened. And I don't want to be the girl surviving all the things that happen. I want to be the girl that you don't even know anything ever freaking happened, because I live the life I want to live. And I can only do that by building the life I want to live, right? So bear with me. I'm going to be recording more. I will. It's just that sometimes it's hard to put into words. It's hard to get on here and not say anything like, well, I don't really have anything different, but the difference is I am going to be focusing more on my photography. I am going to be focusing more on my art. I am going to be getting my editing done. I am building back the artful life that I want. And I'm not focusing on the stress that I'm living, because that's going to be here anyways. And I think if I do what I'm meant to do, it will start taking care of itself. I do believe that. So that is what I'm saying here. Look, and also, speaking of my job, there is the cutest girl that I work with, and she got me a Benito Bowl t-shirt for my birthday. And I know the Super Bowl is over, but I love me some Bad Bunny, and I have for years. It's not a new thing. And so thank you, Kelsey, at work. All right. So that's it. I'll keep you guys updated. It's not that I'm forgetting you. It's just that I am trying to pivot, and I haven't figured out how to make that pivot happen. Does that make sense? Okay. Mwah! I will see you guys soon. Boop. And let's go to that artful life. I'm ready for it.